Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jenny and I'm the owner of Sakura Styles Treasured Creations on Etsy. If you ever wanted to learn how to crochet but you're left-handed and all the right-handed videos seem a little too daunting, keep watching for easy to follow, step-by-step instructions and get crafting. Most templates and patterns will tell you the size yarn that you will need and how many skeins, which is just a fancy word of saying rolls. So check the gauge on the yarn of your choosing. All yarns will tell you what size the yarn is: light, medium, worsted, bulky, super bulky, and etc. So here it tells you that 12 single crochets and 15 rows will yield a piece of 4" by 4". You can go up or down a needle size depending on how you crochet. So if you're a loose crocheter like me, then go down a size. Go up a size if you have tighter stitches. How you hold the needle is completely up to you. Some people hold it like a pencil, like so, and others hold it like a utensil. There is no right way except the way that works for you and that you're comfortable with. Same thing goes for the yarn. Some people simply tuck it under their pinky and wrap over their fingers around their index finger. I was taught to loop it twice around the pinky and then over my finger. I have found that I can control the tightness or looseness of the yarn better this way. Now we're going to learn how to create a slip knot, which is the very base of your foundation chain. So holding the tail in one hand, wrap the yarn around your index finger until you have 2 loops. Take the back loop, move it to the front. Take the now back loop and pull it completely off your finger. Then you have to tighten as necessary. Now we're ready to create some chains. So again, yarn over, then pull the yarn through your slip knot and thus creating your very first chain in your foundation. And you can chain as many or as little as you want depending on the size of your project. Now we're going to learn how to create single crochets. So in my foundation chain I have 10 and I'm going to create 1 additional extra chain. So I'm going to insert my needle in the very next chain. So I should have 2 loops on my needle. I'm going to yarn over and then pull through the very first loop. So I should still have 2 loops on my needle. I'm going to yarn over again and pull through both loops at the same time. Now you've created your very first single crochet. Insert your needle in the very next chain space, yarn over and pull through the first loop. You should have 2 loops on your needle. Yarn over and pull through those 2 loops too. And then just continue until you get to the end of your foundation chain. Now we've reached the end of our foundation chain. So now we're going to count that we have indeed 10 single crochets because we had 10 in our foundation chain. Now we're going to go into the next row. So we're going to chain 1, and this does not count as a single crochet, and turn our work. So notice this very first chain space that we're currently in, we're going to insert the needle into the same chain space and make sure that you go through both top loops, yarn over and pull through. And again, you should have 2 loops on your needle, yarn over and pull through both, and then just continue as you did with the foundation chain. Insert into the next chain space, yarn over, pull through, and just keep going. Now we're going to learn how to do a half double crochet. So again, we're going to start with 10 chains in our foundation, and this time we're going to chain an additional 2 chains. Now we're going to skip 2 chains and start in the third one. So we're going to yarn over this time, insert our needle into that loop, yarn over, pull through that first one. So we should have now 3 loops on our needle. Yarn over and pull through all 3 at the same time. So we're going to yarn over again and start in the next chain space, insert our needle, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And then keep going until you get to the end of the row. Now we've reached the end of our row, so now we're going to go back and count. The first 2 chains that we skipped will count as our first half double crochet, and then we're going to count to make sure that we do indeed have 10 half double crochets. And again, you're going to chain 1, and this does not count as a half double crochet. Turn your work, and we're going to start in the very same chain space that we're currently in. So yarn over, insert your needle into the same chain space. Remember to pull through both loops at the top, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And we're going to continue this pattern until we get to the end of the row, just as we did with the foundation chain. Now we've come to the end of our row, and we currently have 9 half double crochets. So we're going to insert our needle to the very top of that very first half double crochet that we have. So it's a little difficult to see, and probably a little tight to insert your needle, but make sure you pull through 2 loops in that very first half double crochet. Insert your needle, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through all 3 to finish the row. This next lesson is on how to do a double crochet. So again, we're going to start with 10 chains in our foundation, and this time we're going to chain 3 extra chains. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3 chains, and we're going to start in the 4th chain space. So again, yarn over, insert your needle, pull through the first one. This time we're going to yarn over and pull through just the first 2 loops. So we should have 2 left on our needle, yarn over and pull through the last 2. Again, yarn over, insert into the next chain space, pull through that first one, yarn over and only pull through the first 2. Yarn over and pull through the remaining 2. And then just continue on down the row until you reach the end. So now we've reached the end of the row, and remember that the first 3 chains that you skipped count as 1 double crochet. So check to make sure that you indeed have 10, just like how you did in the foundation chain. And once more, we're going to chain 1 that does not count as a double crochet. You're going to yarn over and insert your needle into the same chain space that you're currently in, yarn over, pull through, and then just continue on to the end. Just like with the half double crochet, we're going to insert our needle through the top of that first double crochet space. So again, it might be a little tight, but make sure you insert your needle through 2 loops at the top. So we're going to yarn over, insert our needle, pull through that first loop, pull through the next 2, and then pull through the remaining just as we've done. And now you've finished your double crochet. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my future other videos for more advanced but still beginner-friendly tutorials. And if there's something that you would like to learn and want me to cover in a future video, please leave a comment below. Make sure you check out my Etsy store, Sakura Styles Treasured Creations, for amazing gifts, link in the description, and email me at sakurastylestc@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions.